What is up, guys? Episode 4, the Collectibles. Are you ready?
How you doing, Trey?
I think he's doing really good.
What's up, Keith?
I'm doing good. I'm getting over my sickness, but it's real slow, bro.
See, for y'all people who don't know, we got a special effects budget coming in, so we're gonna do some sweet special effects down the road.
We need a soundboard.
I have a soundboard. I just don't have it set up. I bought it for the last podcast I was on, and I just didn't set it up. Well, here's the thing about it is I don't know if you guys saw, there's a new Google app coming out that's supposed to be a lot like Google Plus that they're testing. I'm not even joking, but obviously with Hangouts changing and YouTube on air changing for how we been podcasting forever, we depending on where we go to our next platform, I may be able to integrate that soundboard because you have to treat it as a fourth podcaster the way that we do it, if that makes sense. You'd have to call in on a separate deal and then have to type and et cetera, and it's just a whole lot of work. And as you guys know, I don't like doing a whole lot of work this time of night.
That's for people a lot smarter than me. That's for Keith.
Oh shit, man. That might be beyond me too.
But we're gonna have it, I promise you. Like I said, I went and bought new light bulbs and actually changed them so the color's a little bit better than that dingy ass yellow it was. I'm gonna have some kick-ass posters coming up. We're actually gonna get the sunbits looking at them right.
In like 2 months, it's gonna look good, huh?
I told everybody in the old Mayway that September 1st I'm coming out slinging dick again. So we're all
this busy time of year for you, Trey. You just tied up with work.
I am swamped right now. I've been to Wyoming twice. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Houston. I've been everywhere in the world.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us tonight.
I am too. I'm here. Interesting week with San Diego Comic-Con coming up. I haven't heard this much exciting news about comic books in quite a while. There is a lot of heat flying right now. We have Spawn 299. We have the Ninja Turtles 95. Excuse me, 95. With 2 huge SDCC variants planned for this week. Spawn 299 variant with a transgender Spawn that Joe goes really into because
metrosexual, man.
Metro.
Keith and I think that is a chick for sure, but without the form of female style breasts. Joe says no. That's just a Spawn with a fucking long
Edward Scissorhands Spawn. You guys see the comic Sinkovich did for Immortal Hulk for SDCC?
I did not.
No, I
just got it in today. Check this out. You seen this?
Holy shit. Okay, that's bad. Wow. I was about to say that guy's overrated, but that's not overrated at all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It came today in the mail. But
Doctor, you know what's crazy, Doctor? I was thinking about this today. Someone asked me what my top 5 comics I ever pressed were, and you were the only non-Golden Age book in the top 5 with the 635 grant off. Because that was the first. People don't realize how hard a book. I have a raw copy that's a good 9.4, but how hard that book was to find. And then Doc Joe had just one of those copies that you just look at and just like, I can fix this, and it just I can't believe you got a 9.8.
It's a beauty. It's one of my favorites of all time. Probably my favorite Hulk ever.
Don't sell that because honest, I don't know how many are in the census now, but that's one of the thickest comic books I've ever seen released. Honest to God, if you have a 635, that comic book, no bullshit, is as thick as your thumb and at the thickest part. So getting good copies is no chance. That 9.8 you have that book.
Well, when I bought that book, it was still sealed with the little sticker on the back that said incentive variant 1 and
I remember the sticker, the yellow sticker.
Yeah, you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, so I mean, whoever bought it never opened it. It just came the way it was, so I was fortunate. Bought it off eBay too. You don't see that.
Did y'all ever hear that? I don't think I ever told the story live on a podcast, but Keith was the very first person to ever send me comic books to press. That's how solid of a dude Keith is. But here's the sad part about it is I literally get done. I mean, he sends me about 10 books. I whipped the first 9 out like it's no fucking no problem at all. Well, the 10th one was an IDW Ninja Turtles #1. Well, little did I know that it had a fold-out cover.
Double gatefold.
Double gatefold cover. I had no idea, and it was one of those ones that it was so flush. Like, you know, a lot of times there's usually they recess that paper a little bit.
Yep.
But this one was just so perfectly flush. I just didn't catch it and ended up pressing it and fused it. I mean, literally. I mean, ruined his book.
It wasn't a great copy to begin with, so.
But that's always one of my favorite key stories. Sadly, it ends with his poor.
And you drop mine all the time.
God, that was.
Dude, what is it with you and my books?
Dude,
more than once.
Thank God. Thank God that never happened. But oh yeah, Keith comes over and he hands me books and they just fall out of my hands.
I don't know. I'm cursed.
Well, he's not invited back over.
Hey, you never. But they always came back good. I mean, you never missed it. Luckily, you never.
I had people hunting me down this week on looking for me to press some books, and I'm coming out of retirement for him. So.
Oh yeah, get back in the action, man.
Dude, I need to get me a press, Trey. You got.
Get one. All you got to do is take that fancy ass cards and come over here and pick one up.
I need to start practicing.
I told you either that or the first week of August is going to be sitting out front of my house with fucking big trash day. I got 3 presses. I'm keeping my one original workhorse. I gotta start consolidating some of my comic room and turn it into real life shit again.
Go over there and get it, Joe. What are you doing?
I will. I got some books for you to press for me too.
No,
a handful.
You start pressing yourself, man.
Well, that's my goal.
Trey's
too busy to be messing with me.
He has the most perfect. His wife actually made him the most perfect comic room, literally in the world.
Well, that's what happens when your kids move out. You got extra space.
God, that's what's so crazy is obviously the same girlfriend I've had for the last 6 years. She wants to have kids. And then I got a literal almost 17-year-old about to be an adult. It's just like, God.
Start all over. Ooh, man.
I don't know if that's what I want. I'd do anything for her, but it's just the whole point of just like almost being out and then going right back to square one is just kind of like. But it's also kind of exciting. I mean, there's a lot of things that could go on between now and then, obviously. But
man, you could have like 6 of them. Just boom.
Dude, I got my old boss. This is completely nothing to do with collectibles, guys. Fucking bear with us. Obviously, we're just spitballing a little bit here, but literally, my old boss was in the middle of a separation from his first wife, and I mean, divorce papers were filed, and she got pregnant with triplets.
Oh my gosh!
And I mean, ended up staying.
That's some makeup sex right there. Some
angry sex. Ended up staying with her for like 4 years, and ended up getting a divorce again. It's just like, could you imagine like literally just being that close to being out and then being drugged back in with 3 more kids?
Oh no.
That's his own fault though, man. The pussy just drew him right back in.
Yeah, I guess there was some fertilization shit going on, some other stuff, but oh man, that's what I said. I was like, man, you don't even be in the same county with her. She's got.
Yeah, Trey, you need a minivan.
Fuck right, dude. If I had a minivan, it'd be like I'd literally be like the fucking one in Teen Wolf. I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I have.
Hey, so Joe, you saw a new book coming out this week. What were you talking about earlier?
It was just some of these SD. Oh yeah, Captain Marvel 8, the 1 in 25, first appearance of Star. It's an ugly book. It's an ugly looking book to me. I think. Who's the artist on that? You remember the artist's name? Some weird name.
Sook.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's like
it's some guy I never heard of.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a pretty big issue. They've been talking about it since Monday. So it's one of those.
Dude, pre-sales are 250 plus on eBay right now.
Yeah, $200 for 1 in 25. That's pretty hardcore.
That would be the book this week.
The game is so fucking weird right now.
It's a black cover. It's going to be a tough 9.8.
I did get my Marvel Comics Present 6 and to report it's absolutely perfect. No color rub, no spine, nothing. It's as Joe said, I think I got a unicorn copy.
Dude, grade that sucker.
I looked 2 days ago, my pile, I have 208 books I need to get graded.
Send them in, man.
Yeah.
What's $4,000? Just do it. Sell a handful.
Oh, don't kid yourself. I can make my money off of it. It's just dealing with it again. Submitting orders.
Selling books. Selling big.
I have yet to see one of those Marvel Comics Present 6 graded yet.
I noticed that too. That's one that usually people got sent to the graders on day one, and it's been way past on the pre-screen still. I'm really surprised.
You think,
I haven't seen any.
People aren't getting the grades or what?
No, they're all throwing them in pre-screens and nobody's getting one.
I think there's a lot to that, Joe. Based on what you said in that color rub, they're really, really hitting down on that color rub. And
I've had 3 copies and they've all sucked. Well, the last one I got's pretty close, pretty clean. It might, if the grader got laid the night before, I might get lucky. But
what do you guys think about Marvel Comics Present 7, the 1 in 25?
The 5?
There's a 1 in 25 7 coming out.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Because I mean, here's the thing: is 5 and 6 are pretty soft first appearances, in my opinion. I mean,
7 has her on the cover, right?
Fuck. Based on that.
No, there's a second print to 6 with her on the cover, right?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't think I haven't seen 7.
Now,
there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Have you guys heard the rumor about Turtles 95 second print having her on the cover with 5 pages extra?
No.
I didn't hear the 5 pages extra thing.
Yep, they're adding 5 pages from 96 into it to make the story what's the right word? Not bigger. It's FOC was the day. There was an article about it on Shit and Blood, and I don't know.
Yeah, got me. I'm so behind on what's going on.
Yeah, you got that.
People like you for stuff like this.
But you have that Ohio State on just deflecting anything from getting in your brain.
Dude, this is greatness. This is greatness here. The Ohio State. You better say it right next time, Trey. I don't know where
there's only fucking there's only one OSU, Oklahoma State University.
When they win anything, you let me know.
Matt Wolf just won. We won a national championship in golf 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, okay. All the little girly sports. I'm talking about sports. Man sports.
Are you fucking with me right now? Daniel Cormier, the guy.
Okay, wrestling. Okay, got it. But
who's fighting on the planet?
Who's won a national championship more recently in wrestling?
Ohio
State.
Sorry, I apologize that the guy who is the king of fist fighting on the planet isn't good enough for you in the pussy sport, right? I apologize.
Who won it this last year? National title.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
I think it was Penn State. Penn State's won like 5 in a row.
No, we won it the year before.
With Kyle Snyder?
What's that?
You had Kyle Snyder, the really good wrestler.
Yeah.
That was the team he was on. No, you guys haven't won. He won a national championship individually, but Ohio State.
No, check again, man.
I'm looking right now. Keith, talk about an interesting little Walmart thing you guys got this week.
Oh yeah, so Joe and I went to Walmart. We both
not together, different states.
Yeah. But it looks like they restocked this Bowman Platinum, so we both got boxes of Bowman Platinum.
And
here's the problem with Bowman Platinum: like the values aren't that great, so the cards aren't worth a whole lot. But they're cool looking cards, and it's a good rip. I ended up getting a 150 blue Victor Mesa. Pretty cool card.
It's a real cool card.
You know, I got, you know, this Vlad rookie card. There's 2 Vlads in there. One of them's a prospect card. The other one's a rookie card. I like the rookie card better. Because nobody really goes for prospect cards except for first prospects. But the guy I really wanted to talk about tonight was this Davy Garcia. Apparently, he's a pitcher for the Yankees, a prospect, and this is his first card. So it's selling about $10 for the normal card, but I just saw a 10 out of 25 orange go for $200.
Really?
That's great. And
Yeah.
this is his only card, right? He's not any other product.
This is good. This is awesome sports card spec because, like he said, this is his only card, and Bowman Platinum is relatively new. If you don't have your finger on the pulse of what's going on, you're missing out on a chance to make some money. Because I had no, I'm paying attention to sports cards pretty heavily right now, and I hadn't heard of the kid's name until 15 minutes for the show, and Keith told us about it.
I believe it's his only card out there. That's the only one I saw. That's what people are claiming. So I don't know. I don't even know.
Just around the corner, man.
I don't even know what kind of prospect he is. But shit, he pitches for the Yankees. So shit.
He can't be. Yeah, he's obviously a stud.
Fucking Yankees, dude. Everybody eats Yankees up. So I thought that was interesting for Bowman Platinum.
I think it's a cool listing. Like I said, I like the fact that they're starting to. I think they realize that it's easier for people like us to go into Walmart and Target to buy sports cards than it is to go into a fucking sports card store and find a sports card store. They're hard to find here. I mean, there's one and it's hard to get to around here. So
I like that Topps does, you know, they have a couple of just retail releases because Target has the Bowman Mega and Walmart has this Bowman Platinum. It's kind of nice. Panini just kind of fucking robs you and fucks you in the ass, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, literally, the fact that you can go into a box and get 2 guaranteed autographs and get decent prospects. I mean, look what you guys got. Those are good prospects. I mean, hell, on card or not, if any one of those guys hit and get big, I mean, that's a $400 or $500 card.
Yeah, if you get lucky.
I mean, that's the cool thing about it is you just don't know.
Like that Jordan, Dan, that Jordan card, that 1 of 1. Jordan Auto 1 of 1 that kid pulled. We
need to find that. We'll actually post that in the Mayway. It's a pretty crazy deal. We were talking about the value of the. We won't spoil anything.
That's $50 grand, man. Probably
the value of the
$50 grand, right?
$50 grand, and we were debating amongst ourselves. Do you mail it? Do you
he wanted a group break.
Or do yeah, it was in a group break. And
so my buddy runs the Iron Lion down in Colorado Springs, and they have a big breaker group.
I was going to talk to you guys. You know, that's how I got back into. I think I told you that's how I got back into sports cards when I was working on the rigs. That's what we did. Is late at night. I had nothing to do, and we had this thing called a pace on we had to watch, which is our computer screen, let us know what was going on, kind of down hole. And I would buy into group breaks. And because it killed 2 or 3 hours, and it was funny, you know what I mean? You're really excited. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, you get your name called. It was super, super exciting. And Houdini from Blowout Card Forum, that's what basically got me back into sports cards. And down the road, I would love for us to kind of do stuff like that. I don't have the time to do it, but one of our ideas is with this network that we're kind of going to create is we would love for somebody to take that bull by the horns and want to do something like that. So I would buy into him. I'd buy into him nightly again. If there was somebody that I trusted, which that's a big part in a group break, and you're sending, you know, $150 in PayPal for, you know, 2 teams in a group break, you got to trust that guy's going to, you know, open the cards properly, you know, handle them properly, mail them properly, et cetera, et cetera. Because that's how a lot of those group breakers make money is they get to keep all the commons, and then they bulk sell those to people. So sometimes they make a little money on the boxes, but a lot of times that's what they do. They only mail the hits and the non-commons and all base. they get to keep, and then they bulk wholesale that, and that's how they make a little bit of their money. But
you don't think they make their money on the boxes though? Because they're buying.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like at Blowout, they don't. They Houdini was buying boxes for almost for close to retail to advertise the product for other people to buy. And there's other breakers and stuff like that. But on a lot of the channels that actually sell cards, they usually keep them pretty close to retail price. So, but I also have been away from the breaking scene since I got back into comics. That's actually how I found comics again, was the Blowout Comics forum. The Blowout Cards forum there was a comic book deal, and they were talking about, I believe, Walking Dead 93, whatever the first Ezekiel was. Because I started watching Walking Dead, and they were talking about this is going to be the next big character in The Walking Dead. And I was like, shit, man, I miss comic books. And that's literally the very first comic that I bought that got me back into comic books. And it was because of the breaks from the sports card group of Blowout.
That's so funny, because I got back into comic books because of Walking Dead too. So we had our first Denver Comic Con. I think it was back in 2012, maybe. And I didn't know anybody into comic books. And I was like, oh, I want to go to this Comic Con, but I don't know anything about it. I don't have any friends in comics. So I just volunteered there. And I basically went in and did whatever they wanted me to do. And I actually, one of my jobs was to sit the line for Carl. So I met him and his dad, and it was kind of cool. He was a little kid, but he was really nice, man.
That's pretty cool. You get to meet old Carl.
Yeah, I talked to his dad like for hours, dude, because not many people are going up to him. Nobody knew what the fuck Walking Dead was, but I went, and then I heard about it, and I was like, okay, what is this? So I went down to my local comic shop, and I immediately put in an order for it, and it was like before 100, so it must have been in the 90s, and that's how I got back into comics. Fucking crazy. And I found Trey, and the rest is history.
And here we are today. Da-da-da.
Hey,
did you ever pull anything memorable from those breaks, Trey, while you're out on the rig?
I got a really the biggest one I ever got was a Francisco Lindor Bowman Team USA on card auto. That's about a $600-700 card right now.
Nice.
What else?
That's a good score, dude.
I got a bunch. I mean, that was the cool thing about it is I enjoyed it because it was just complete random. It was one of those ones where you bought in on a team for $25 and it was random. So it wasn't one of those ones where some guy pays $1,000 for the Blue Jays had a better chance to get a Vlad Guerrero card. Everyone had the exact same chance of getting whatever card was in those boxes. So I remember there was one time I bought into one deal and it was I think it was Bowman Platinum, and I got the Pittsburgh Pirates. I was like, what the fuck? Didn't even watch the break, and it was one of those one random boxes where there's 4 autographs in the box, and all 4 of them were Pittsburgh Pirates, and a couple of them pretty good ones. It was fun, like I said, because sometimes watching them was a blast, because then there was a chat next to it where everyone talking shit and oh my god, great hit, stuff like that, which made it fun. It was it basically almost be like going into a live comic shop and having a chat, like Google goggles on. That was kind of what it's like, except it didn't smell like BO.
Hey man, I've been to some car shops.
I don't know what kind of comic shops you go to, bro.
That's the problem. I don't go to any comic shops anymore, buddy.
I thought you were a big fan of Wizard World. Not Wizard World, New World. New World Comics here in Oklahoma City.
Fuck that place right in the ass. Guy takes advantage of disabled people.
Yeah, that's a messed up story.
Holy shit! I just saw. All right, so this is as you guys know, if you guys have done anything podcast with me for the last 3 years, I usually look at shit on eBay when I'm doing the podcast. God, there's some cool stuff. As everyone might or might not know, this Thursday, British Open starts. Royal Portrush, Northern Ireland. This guy's the favorite. There is a lot of.
Is that just rookie?
Yes, sir.
Where's that from?
Sports Illustrated.
Oh, sweet.
Who graded that?
GMA. It's one of those ones. It's kind of like I'm in the process of. You remember when grading? We kind of figured out that PGX wasn't that bad of a deal. Who gives a fuck what the grade on? I mean, as long as it wasn't restoed or color touch, buy the shit out of it because you're getting PGX books almost 45% cheaper. Same kind of deal. I'm kind of going through and buying up a lot of the 10s and on some of the lower tier grading companies.
Are you going to crack them open?
That's what I was gonna ask.
When I get to that point, because I told you I've already figured out a way to press the SI Kids card. So
yeah, those things aren't like typical sports cards.
Nope.
Real thin stock.
Really, that's what I guess. I got a nice.
It's almost like a thick comic book cover. Almost.
So do you got to cut it out like to get it off? Well,
Yeah.
How do you do that part?
I have like this new kid from Oklahoma State. I got a stack of magazines. I just haven't tried to get any of them out yet.
One of what did that one? So what 85? Is that? Or am I just making shit up in my head now?
I was watching one sold for 30 something the other day. Some were listed that high, but I don't think they sold.
Oh, the guy you guys were talking about last week. What was his name?
Yeah, Matthew
Yeah.
Wolf. Matthew Wolf. And here's the other thing too is this month's issue will probably be a bigger issue because it has the Victor Hovland card, the other kid from Oklahoma State from Norway.
I don't know this guy.
He's a kid. He won he won the U.S. Amateur last year, and he was the low am at the Masters and the U.S. Open this year.
How do you know he's going to be in the next magazine?
Because Tom Brady's on the cover, and I have a fucking copy of it.
Oh, okay.
July. But that's another one, guys. Any issue of SI Kids you see from July with Tom Brady and it has the cards in it, buy it at $4. And I tell you, if you don't want it, I'll fucking buy it from you. I'll tell you that. Every copy you can find, I'll buy from you. So.
Does every issue of SI Kids have cards in them?
Yes.
Every one of them does.
Yes.
But here's the thing: is not all the cards are valuable for whatever reason.
It's always golf.
It's the golf because.
Well, they don't have any other outlet.
They don't have any. Well, they do. They have. Well,
Upper Deck? Doesn't Upper Deck make golf?
They used to be. I don't know. They still do it.
Yeah, they're doing the God one. Remember the Tiger Woods? Remember the Tiger Woods release? We're talking about the good one, Champions.
Yeah, but that's not really a golf. That's not a golf specific card.
But there is who knows? That's a good point. But yeah, technically, I guess that would be the only, and they're college cards. The cool thing about the Hovland and the Wolf, they were both technically printed before they were, turned professional, which adds a little bit of layer of mystery to it. Because who knows? They may drop off the face of the earth. And doctors or lawyers. That's what's kind of cool about some of those.
It acts like a prospect card, then basically.
Yeah, and the thing about it is you'll find out with those Matthew Wolf cards is that Wolf it's in a shitty portion of the magazine. And there are not going to be many, as you can see. No,
because it's sitting right up against the spine, and if you had those spine ticks in those magazines, they're going to come out on that card. I have a couple like that.
Dr. Joe saying the best. So finding those Matt Wolf and getting them cut in any type of good condition will be difficult. So
do you have to, when you cut those out, do you have to have evidence of the perforations, or would it be considered trimmed?
Yes, it's got to have slight ovaling, as I read.
So when you cut that, man, you got to be so precise.
Yeah. What are you gonna use, like a X-Acto?
Yeah, I would imagine. But how you are off a fraction of a millimeter, then you blow out the perforations. Then is it really at that point worth having? You know what I mean?
You put it on eBay for very good. The people in the East Coast do. That's what people in the East Coast do with comic books.
Ooh.
Boy, did y'all see all the fucking posts Mel made this week going to goddamn Niagara Falls? It was like he was John Candy in Great Outdoors.
I did, yeah. Every minute, yeah.
He was having some fun. I laughed my ass off. I was like, this guy hadn't posted this much. I mean, the Instagram, they're having to open up new servers just for all this shit Mel posts.
Did he actually show any of Canada?
I don't know. Like I said, Canada, shit.
Good old Mel V.
I honestly, I don't know what, I can't think of it. There's nothing in Canada that I want to do or see.
Have you been to Quebec City?
No, it's French. I don't give a shit.
Dude, take your wife to your girlfriend to Quebec City at Christmas. It's
I
beautiful.
don't
It's
have
like
a wife. I have a girlfriend. Everybody.
That's what I meant. Same thing.
Everyone just to know I don't have a wife and a girlfriend.
I do want to go to
It's like
Vancouver.
Europe.
I heard Vancouver's nice.
I actually have been to Vancouver.
And what? You didn't like it?
It was different. I remember the KFC. I was 14 at the time. I just remember the KFC tasted different. I was not happy about it.
You don't go to Canada to eat KFC, dude.
Fuck that! I wasn't gonna go over there and eat like poutine and all that shit that made people like Jimmy weird.
You should Google images of Quebec City. I took my wife up there recently. It's beautiful.
We're gonna if we check our search histories, our Google search history is gonna look a lot fucking different. I promise you that.
I'm just saying.
Pictures of Quebec City.
Yeah, man. For like a long weekend, bring your wife up there. They have this beautiful, like a castle, like a hotel up on the hill. It's like Europe. You ever been to Europe, Trey?
No desire to go to Europe. We won the war, came over here, set up shop, doing well.
Come on, man.
I'm just being honest. I got no reason to go
It's
to Europe.
history, dude. It's beautiful over there.
I've been to Europe many times.
They want to kill us and shit over there.
There's so much history. I'm a history buff, so.
Nice. That's why you got high definition and fucking internet now.
Some of that.
Google Maps. You know a great thing about Google Maps, that like Street View shit. I can literally like warp from right here where I'm at. As fast as I can zoom in, it'll warp me wherever fuck in the world I want to go. I can literally look at what you want. Tell me what to look at, and I go look at it right now.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
I don't have to smell people. I don't have to talk to people. Tell me how.
That's true. That's true. And everyone, Europe.
I guarantee you, since it's in Quebec, it's got those French. They got some fucking weird mines and shit out there going.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It's so stereotypical.
Whack. I just have to punch them in the face if they get in my way. I don't want to deal with that shit, Joe.
Oh,
hey, but now all the fad is these foreign comic books. You can go to Europe and pick up some.
Dude, there's like crazy Spider-Man comics that go.
Oh my gosh, that Cuomo Ragno or something like that.
There's a bunch of them. All these foreign variants of Spider-Man sell for good money, dude.
Oh my gosh, John Z, my buddy John Z talks about it all the time. That's a rabbit hole I haven't gone down yet. I have a few. I don't know anything about them, but I have a few.
Sean has a bunch of old Batman from like another country. They're crazy. They have different covers. They're really fucking cool.
It's like the new It's like the new thing now. Everyone's looking.
Dude, they're running out. People have run out of shit to search. That's exactly what it is. And they've gone from second prints. Now they're looking for. I'm telling you, they're gonna be looking for. Like the only other thing after this is they're gonna start looking for like miscolored pages and shit like that. That's what people were running out of shit to collect when it comes.
Well, remember for a while it was Canadian price variants.
Jimmy did shut that shit down because there's literally a group of 3 guys that pumped and dumped that into existence.
There's those. Then it was I don't know. It's always something new. For a while there was the DCU stuff. Those things. Those are still pretty cool. There's a few that are still pretty sweet. But
I love the DCU.
There's some Whitmans. Go for
those are badass. Like I said, you can say what you want to. Call me a pump and dumper or that shit all you want to. They're hard to fucking find. DCU stuffer goes.
Yeah. I mean, there's some nice books. There's some keys in there too. So if you can find some of those keys, some of those Bollard Wonder Womans and whatnot, they're pretty nice books. But everyone's looking, I think, for the next. They want to get in early on the next big thing.
Well, when this stupid character in Captain Marvel 8 is already a $200, you say $200 book on the variant?
Yeah, they got them listed for $250.
Come on.
First appearance of Star. I don't know who this is.
It's not even Wednesday.
I'm just saying pre-sale. This is pre-sale numbers.
That's what's crazy. Like if an issue comes out and the public's been able to read it and people like a character, then that book about Thursday about noon when it fucking starts just absolutely going
not anymore.
Crazy. Now it's Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning.
Man. FOMO. People just they don't want to miss it. They want to get in early, so everyone makes a big deal out of stuff that who knows if it'll ever turn into anything. But
yeah, and this Jenica is crazy shit, dude. I haven't seen anything like that for a while in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude.
Have you noticed now that Jenica is there? Every store has a variant. And they're hyping everything up to issue 100. And from what I heard, there's going to be 20-something different. Kirkman's doing, or not Kirkman, Eastman's doing 20-something different covers for that issue. Not to mention all the store variants that we'll see.
I did really crazy on that one, or they thought Donatello died. Like I that was one of those random things of speculation. Like I legitimately speculated on and was able to find so many copies of that 1 in 10. You remember that, Keith?
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my God, I probably had 20 copies of that one where Donatello died.
And somebody,
what issue was that? 54 or something? 50.
Somebody in CBSI got the original art for that. Remember that?
I do.
Got the page, dude. I was like, fuck, that awesome, dude.
I do remember that because they talked about it in the. I do remember that. That's random. But I thought about it today on the Turtles deal. I was like, okay, well, he has not fucked with the formula in 30 years on the Turtles. But I started thinking about it. It's like Batman has a son that's in continuity now. It's not like it's an old other verse. So John Kent, Spider-Man's daughter. Being able to have another generation of turtle kids down the road, you gotta have a fucking. If they start in today's age, I mean, turtles could probably fuck April O'Neil. No one's gonna bat an eye at it. But in the real world, it's not really probably.
Yeah, in that book, they don't really need to have sex to have another. All it is the fucking.
The blood transfusion,
right?
Right. But I guess if you're gonna do it the old-fashioned way, do some turtle fucking, you need a man and honestly, I don't know. That's what I came with it.
Have you ever seen those turtle sex videos on YouTube?
Dude, we used to have a
funniest thing I've ever seen
in our backyard, and it looked like two dollies trying to fuck. It just doesn't make sense. It's just like two L's trying to have sex. You're like, how does this work? But
good stuff. Yeah,
but I think that it makes sense that they have to add something new to that cabal and group of turtles for longevity because everyone else has done it. I mean, I can literally think of Aqualad. How many different Flash kids there are? There's more Robins than fucking anything. I mean, and then the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, comic book wise, I am really excited about the House of X and the whole new X agenda that's about to happen at Marvel, and they're really stating that it's going to be one of the biggest events in Marvel history. So,
when is that coming?
Next week, I believe. I believe they're going to talk about a lot this week. So at SDCC, I think they're going to spoil a lot of stuff, but.
So what's the premise? What's the premise of?
Basically, I don't know the premise yet, but it's basically that the mutants are coming out of hiding, and you probably heard the story. They Marvel gave X-Men a budget again. They didn't have a budget for almost 7-8 years. And with them getting the rights back, they talked about having a proper budget again. So Kate and all the good writers are back. Actually, I think Hickman. Now, hold on, guys. House of X. But they were going and it's Hickman. Excuse me, Hickman. But supposed to bring them back to the forefront of the Marvel universe. And I thought about it. They were more popular. I don't give a shit what anyone says. X-Men have always been more popular than the Avengers up until the Avengers movie. Always.
Yeah, they were the big team.
So if Marvel has a brain in their head, which they obviously do because they're making billions of dollars, they're going to power up the X-Men again, make them prevalent, and then 3 or 4 years down the road, they're going to drop a really badass X-Men movie. Probably based on a lot of the events that happen off this. But apparently, a lot of the deals of the House of X is Charles Xavier's vision of the mutants in the future is a little bit different than in the past. He's ready for them to come to the forefront. So it's going to be a little bit darker. So,
well, it looks like they're introducing a lot of new characters too. House of X and Powers of X, it says.
Yep.
But we'll probably hear about that this week with SDCC and how that rolls out.
But I'm excited that the mutants are getting their shine again. I was pissed off they got shit on for as many years as they did with that whole movie rights situation that was going on, because when you have Wolverine and the complexities of Cyclops and Jubilee and Gambit and Rogue, I mean, a good Rogue. Could you imagine a well done Rogue? Fuck Captain Marvel. They fuck Captain Marvel right now. They'll kick her. They'll literally. You get a good Rogue, take it like these. In the comic books, didn't she steal the fucking powers from her originally? You steal the fucking powers from Captain Marvel, but you can kick Brie Larson's ass back to the fucking hippie woods, wherever the fuck she came from. Rogue's badass.
Yeah, I like Brie Larson, man.
She's a little different.
I'm a little.
You know what? I've never met Mrs. Larson. I'm sure she's a wonderful young lady. But Rogue would kick her ass. I'm sorry, but look, a sweet Southern Rogue. Because I didn't like Anna Paquin at all. She was not right for Rogue.
She looked the part, right? She looked the part.
She had that weird buck tooth, and all I could think about her was playing that weird part Sookie and fucking. All I kept saying is like, Vampire Bill and shit like that. Can't do it anymore.
Wow, there's a lot of new characters coming out, huh?
Yeah, no, I think I think this first House of X. I mean, there's a gazillion variants. I mean, there's got Stan Lee pubic hair variants. I mean, there's everything in the world of these. But there is definitely going to be a bunch of first appearance in this book, and you know how those first appearance books usually turn out. There's one or two that usually down the road surface and turn into something.
But there's going to be 1 million store variants and 1,000 copies. So it's a 1 in 500 is probably not going to hold water.
Yep, that's that. Or there's going to be one random store variant that was 300 copies or some shit. And
yeah. Well, everybody does the 300, 500 copy thing anymore, it seems. But.
Hey, are people still pumping up in House of Secrets 92, or is that over with?
It got pretty pricey, dude.
That was it. I was thinking back on some stuff today. I can't think of a dumber book that got crazier than that book about a year ago.
Swamp Thing?
Yeah, so the House of Secrets 92, it was right after Bernie died. That book went absolutely to a different level, and it made no sense.
Well, it's such a difficult book to find in any kind of condition at all. And then with the new...
I disagree with that, because up until 2 years ago, and you can go back and listen to old podcasts, every single wall on every single comic book show I ever went to, there's 3 House of Secrets 92 on the wall.
When's the last time you've seen them, though? I don't see them anymore.
I haven't been to this show. When's the last time?
I haven't seen one in a while, dude. Like
but people saying that it's difficult to find. It may be difficult to find now, but there's a shit ton of copies out.
Old DC keys, man. They're tough.
They are tough.
The grades are it's not like Marvel where you can find decent copies, and when you do find them, they're beat to hell. But I just don't see them anymore, honestly.
I was just curious because with
that new show, everyone says it's great. Have you watched it?
I watched the first episode.
Is it good?
It was first episode was good. It had a horror aspect to it that was interesting.
Remember that New Mutants movie that was supposed to come out? That was supposed to be that horror type feel.
They haven't even shot They haven't even shot reshoots for it yet. They were talking about that last week. That's not good.
They may as well just can that movie, really, and just toss it.
I was looking forward to that, man. That had a good vibe to it. I like movies like that.
Yeah, unfortunately or unfortunately, like I said, Disney bought that, and I mean, there's something they didn't like about it, obviously, or we'd have seen it by now. It's kind of look at it.
They probably thought it wasn't going to make money.
Yeah, I mean, after apparently I was way drunker than I thought, because I actually enjoyed that last X-Men movie. I made Joe go to us, but there was a reason. He was watching fucking.
I liked it.
The X-Men movie?
Yeah.
I did too. I don't understand why everyone hated on it as bad as they did, but they didn't like it.
And it wasn't that movie I had my phone. That was the Spider-Man.
No, that's right.
That was Spider-Man. So get your story straight, man.
Speaking of that, where are your Reds at right now in correlation?
Well, right now it's in the 9th inning, 2 outs, and it's tied 3-3. Reds got 2 on. Votto's at the plate.
Speaking of,
they're 5.5 games out.
Who are they 5.5 games behind?
What's that?
Who are they 5.5 games behind?
Yeah, who did they beat yesterday?
Oh, you guys have beat us. Like, I guarantee you beat us 10 times to our 2 times this year. You guys have just destroyed us.
We can't beat anybody outside the division. We play good against the division teams. Outside the division, nothing.
Speaking of Sunday, I went to a game.
Yeah, suck it, dude. Yeah, Colorado. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for you guys.
Yeah, we needed that one because then we got our asses handed to by the Giants the next couple of games. So whatever.
Everybody takes it out on my beloved Cincinnati Reds.
It was a good game though, man. It was like 10-9. I mean, pitching sucked. The starters just gave up runs after runs. It was crazy.
I'm just watching this Nick Senzel kid. I think he's going to be a stud for years to come. You guys, just saying.
Did you see him get hit and then he tried to talk shit? Did you see that?
I did not. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so he got plunked and then he said some shit and then I don't know if he's gonna try to fight the pitcher or what, dude. But he's kind of smaller than the pitcher. I don't know. I think the pitcher would have took him, dude.
And the pitcher's got the high ground.
Oh, he was coming right through him. I was like, oh, dude, there's gonna be fucking beef right here.
Yeah, well.
If you got high ground.
Yeah, Anakin learned the hard way, man.
So I noticed that there was a certain Panini card at Walmart yesterday, and there was some Panini. Was it had the draft ones, or whatever, and it had Kyler Murray autographs in it. Man.
What, draft picks? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the Contenders Draft, I believe is what it was called. And then it was maybe it was Prism. I don't remember what it was, but interesting, especially with Baker's cards doing what they're doing. I don't know much about football though.
I don't know anything about football.
I think Haskins is a quarterback to have, and not because I'm an Ohio State guy. It has nothing to do with it.
I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Is Haskins going to start?
He's at the Redskins. Big kid.
Yeah, he's a stud, man. He's got all the tools. But then again, Ryan Leaf did too. You guys hear Ryan Leaf's coming back? He's an announcer job for ESPN.
Pretty crazy how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, dude went to jail for a while, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, he for drugs.
Yeah, breaking and entering or something to steal drugs. Yeah. But yeah, man, good for him. He turned his life around.
Dude, that's the cool thing about America is they'll give anyone a fucking second chance. As long as you're honest and tell the truth.
Even Epstein. Look at that.
I just remember John Daly. Look, John Daly could kill somebody, and he's going to come out and be like, hey, I killed somebody. It was an accident. And the people are going to be caring for him to hit fucking golf balls next Sunday. It's just weird the way that works for some people.
Yeah.
We want for people to succeed and do right, and we want them to do it. We'll give as many chances as needed.
Yeah. That's why I make Tiger Woods, his comeback story feels so good when he won.
Oh man, that was one of the most.
Wasn't that one of the greatest feelings? I mean, you don't have to be a Tiger Woods fan to be happy for the guy. That
was one of the funner Sundays ever, and as far as watching golf, and I watch a lot of golf because I'm one of those assholes. But man, that was just one of those fun ones where this was cool.
Do you have a Tiger auto yet?
I do have a Tiger auto.
Do you?
I will show it to you because this is fucking great TV.
Ooh,
wow, what's that?
Card too. What's that out of?
That, if you guys remember, I figured that there was some money to be made on some sports cards. Remember, I got the Jack Nicklaus, the Arnold Palmer, and the Tiger Woods set. Because rest in peace, they're not making any more Arnold Palmer on card.
That's the Mount Rushmore of golf right there.
Yeah, the cards?
Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, and Tiger Woods.
And what's the brand? Master
Collection, Upper Deck.
Upper Deck.
I need a Paul Hogan.
It's one of those ones where, I mean, like I said, I want to have a card to pass down to my kids that have some of these fucking heroes on there. You know, like I said, just cool stuff like this guy. This guy's won a gold. This guy didn't go to college and won a gold medal in the Olympics in freestyle wrestling, and now he holds 2 UFC belts.
Yeah.
that's history. That'll never. I mean, as far as combat sports history, that'll go down in the books. There's just a lot of really cool sports cards out there and collectibles in general right now.
I love it, man. I'm having real fun with sports cards.
I can't. I literally cannot fucking wait for Prism basketball next year. I mean,
with Zion.
We're going to talk about this. We probably, between us, we're probably going to get a case.
We need to.
And try to do something fun. We may even do a case for us. I mean, we might even buy 2 cases and do a group break and see if we can't break even on. If we break even, I don't even give a shit. If we did a cool group break, if we get enough people. Because I got a feeling by about September, before basketball season or October, like I said, we're going to be hitting this pretty hard and doing some advertising. So we're going to have some fun. I cannot wait. Can you imagine the first person in the group to pull the fucking Zion?
Oh, man.
It's going to be pretty bad. I remember I think it was you who grabbed it. Who had the first Luka?
Wasn't me, because I don't have any.
Someone pulled one in the group, I remember.
Yeah, I remember someone did.
Oh my God. He's from Oklahoma.
Oh, you're Jacob.
Jake. Yes. I think it was Jacob. Remember he pulled one out of a blister at Walmart.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
I'm going to buy my Luka next year when Zion. People are spending all money on Zion. I'm going to pick up my Luka next year.
I'm buying a bunch of Jared. I don't know if you might watch Summer League and watch what the Grizzlies. Granted, it is Summer League, but their rookies outplayed everybody. And with Jackson coming back healthy next year, I still think.
Dude, Jaren Jackson is way too cheap right now.
Jaren Jackson's ridiculous cheap. And with Porter hurting his knee again, people are too high on him.
How can you pay more for Michael Porter than Jaren Jackson Jr.? It doesn't make sense.
Nothing. That's what's cool about speculation is there's shit that doesn't make sense to me either. So
you know what doesn't make sense? That guy Anthony Simons, he has like a few good games, in Summer League, and his silver prism goes to $40, dude. It's fucking crazy. Really? Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
I didn't know Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons. Dude, the problem with him is he's behind Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, dude.
That dude ain't playing nothing.
Well, he's going to 6-man maybe, but he's not going to start.
Unless they trade him somewhere else.
But, if you can get it for, $25, it might not be bad 2 or 3 years down the line. Because, a lot of these people might break out. You had a few people, Harden, Oladipo. We talked about it before.
Dude, you nailed it. Those optic rated rookies are such a fucking good looking card.
Man, there's something about optic though that it just doesn't go for big value. I don't know.
It doesn't. But those rated rookies, I love the way those cards look.
They're coming out with a Contenders optic. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yep, Contenders optic.
I got no doubt it's fucking Panini. They're gonna make it. They're gonna make everything in the world now. There's gonna be a new Panini product with every basketball player in the world ever in it once a week now.
It looks nice though. I have the previews, the Contenders preview. Have you seen those?
I guess I haven't.
Fuck, man. Shit.
There's a beautiful National Treasure Jaren Jackson RPA that someone just listed 2 hours ago.
I'm sure there is.
It said $150, but there's 7 days to go. It's probably a $2,500 card, I imagine.
So here's the Jaren Jackson optic. So this is what the Contenders optic is going to look like.
Oh, those are pretty.
It says preview on the back. You can see it right there.
Where'd you get that?
I got it months ago.
That's a good looking fucking card.
Yeah, that's why I like these Contender optics, man. They look good.
They do look good.
So, I don't know. We'll see. It's supposed to come out in a week or two, so I'm probably going to get a box or two and break it. See what happens.
Retail?
Are
you going to go hobby?
Hobby.
Oh, for sure.
Bro, Contenders retail sucked. Remember that, Trey?
Everything Trey opens sucks.
No. But that Contenders retail is just terrible. I opened some. I tried to fucking text him, dude. I was like, no, take it back, dude.
He did. He really was. Like, whatever you do, don't buy it.
No, I said, don't open it. Remember, you bought it.
Oh,
You're gonna break like 10 boxes of it. And I was like, no, don't do it, dude.
You tried. You did try.
Dude, you're right, man. Jaron Jackson's pretty low, pretty cheap price.
There's a Jaron Jackson PSA National Treasures 10.
I saw that one.
For 3,500 best.
3,500.
That's one of those ones where, I mean, and it's in fucking Oklahoma. Did you see that, Joe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the guy in Oklahoma, Edmond.
It's an RPA.
Yeah. That's one of those ones where, I mean, if now next year, but in 3 years down the road, that could be a $10,000 card.
Yeah.
Or it could be a $250 card. Here's an I mean, that's the problem with anything. I mean, it is.
There's another one of his. It's National Treasure RPA number to 20.
It's a sideways one, but for whatever reason,
$5,000 they have. $5,000 or best
those
offer.
sideways cards so fucking much. They hate them so much. For whatever reason, the sideways RPA, people want nothing to do with it.
Why?
Don't know.
Makes no sense.
I don't know, man.
I
heard that too, though.
I guess it has something to do with traditional cards being vertical, maybe. I don't know.
I heard that about the Tatis rookie, the Top Series 2, how it's sideways and people aren't really interested in it.
I'm sending this to the little chat here. Check this out, Trey. This is the sickest patch I've seen on a card in a while.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty? Oh, number to 10.
Oh, it's gold, too. That's badass.
Yeah, number to 10. That's slick.
Wow. Have you guys seen the Beckett 10s yet? Where everything, including
the black label?
Black label. I want one so fucking bad.
That's almost as rare as a 9.9 comic book.
It is, I know.
That is, and that's why PSA is kind of a joke, right? Because they give out 10s like 9.8s, basically.
Yeah.
That's why I equate PSA 10 to as a 9.8.
But it's funny how vintage collectors still prefer PSA.
Yep.
Over BGS.
I noticed that. I mean, that's
dude. The modern market is taking PSA 10 over Beckett 9.5s.
I don't know why. It's just always been that way. It's just a supply and demand. More people want PSA, regardless of the facts.
I think they just want that number 10. It's like kind of psychological, I think.
Maybe.
Or what would you rather have, like a 9.5, 9.5?
It's hard too, man. When you're with someone like PSA for years, and then BGS comes along, it's really hard to switch up. You know.
That is true.
I mean, people just get ingrained in what they know, and they have a certain way of doing things.
That's why CBCS is having a hard time too, right?
I would imagine. I'd imagine so. I mean, there are arguments for and against CGC and CBCS, and they're both valid. I mean, both of them can argue for a while on who's better.
But CGC
gets more money. They were just the granddaddy. They've been there longer, and I don't know, name recognition, I think.
Fuck, there was a Jordan logo man, Upper Deck All-Star logo man that sold for $6,000.
Send me that link. Is that the one I'm talking about? No, is that a newer card?
Was it game used?
2007, 2008. Hey, I can't tell. It looks like there's a stock corner, but who knows? I'm sending it to you in the thing. Anyway, you guys got anything else?
Oh man, I think we're good.
That was fun. This was good, guys. Like I said, we're slowly finding our groove, guys. We've invited a couple people to possibly join the podcast. We're waiting to hear back from them. People you guys are familiar with. So we got a couple different sweet ass logos that we're starting to throw around, and
yeah.
Like I said, we got Keith. He's gonna be doing his mail modeling calendar. We'll be getting those printed up for hopefully October. So
fuck you.
No, we need you. We're gonna have to get you. Like I said, there's a girl speculator market out there.
I'm going to send you a picture, Trey, of this card I was talking about earlier, that Michael Jordan game used auto. It's my dream card. I'll send it to you.
Hey, do we want to talk about the Stranger Things shoes?
Oh, God, you didn't talk about shoes. Yeah, speaking of shoes, we're at.
Yeah, so Stranger Things shoes dropped the other day, maybe, and it sold out pretty quickly. And it looks like it's going for about double online now. The Tailwind, Stranger Things Tailwind.
Why was there only like 8 episodes this year? That was weird. Wasn't there like more than that over the years past?
I think aren't there 10 episodes?
Was it 10?
Yeah, I think 10. I only watched the first one. I don't know. I'm slacking. But yeah, so Stranger Things still has a following, man. But you gotta wonder if Millie Bobby Brown's gonna get too big though, because she's gonna be a movie star soon, you know?
Probably. Yeah.
No, she already is. She was in Godzilla.
Was she?
Yeah.
These are what you do when you speculate on shoes. How about these puppies? Last week, these are the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Cactus Jacks. I spent way too much money on, but I should have bought them when I originally came out, and they've already doubled in value. And people just keep wearing them. And I think they look good. Like I said, I don't think a lot of tennis shoes look good with jeans for whatever reason. Those Jordan 1s with the brown and black are fucking pretty badass. So we shall see. I've lost money on stupider shit. I promise you that. Oh God.
And if anything, you can just wear them.
Fuck yeah! I'm almost at the point where I'm too old to be wearing shit like that. But
what? No, wrong.
Dude, you're right, Joe. Joe just sent me the picture of those cards. Oh.
That 97, 98. That was his first auto on a sports card, I think, in 97, 98.
Dude, that's a year I graduated. Oh, that's so crazy.
And I remember when that came out, dude. That was the talk of the sports card world.
Wow.
And and today I don't even know what those sell for. I never see them online. I never see them. I bet that's in a 9.0. I bet it's 25 grand.
Is that a game used patch?
It's 97, 98 Upper Deck Michael Jordan game used patch. Yeah.
Is it signed or no? What does that say?
Yeah. There's auto. There's an autograph on it. Yeah, right above his head. See that in blue pen? It's this bad boy. I don't know if people can see it. Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, I thought you sent me one, but that was something different.
Yeah, that's my dream game use card if I were to ever buy one. But
how much is it going for?
I don't know. I haven't seen one on eBay forever. But
there's some cool shit out there to get.
I want his rookie card. I don't have a rookie card of that guy.
I
think I would by now, but
same boat. You want to talk about fucking screwing the pooch on that and Hulk 181.
Man, Hulk 181. Had I known.
Talk about the biggest pump and dump.
There's a lot to that. There is a lot to that.
That book is massively inflated, dude.
Well, supply and demand.
Everyone loves Wolverine, though. That's the thing. That's that.
Okay, that Jordan card I showed you in 2014. Now this is 5 years ago. An 8.5 sold for 46 grand.
Oh my god, dude!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Good thing you got the doctor money,
dude. Because I can't imagine what a 9 or a 9.5 would be now. 5 years later,
his wife would stab him if he even.
Shit, his wife buys all kinds of shit more than 40 grand. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I promise you, you're not buying that card.
It's numbered to 23, the autographed ones. So, you'll never see one. They're all in personal collections. You'll never see one.
People gotta die, man.
There's always some scorned
That's
wife
bad.
who's on.
That sounds horrible, but there's validity in that statement. I mean, that's what sucks. Is you can only hold on to something until you die.
That's true, man. So a lot of these comic collections are going to start coming up, dude.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to sound morbid and shit like that, but
I think my son's already eyeing me up. He's like, "How you feeling, Dad? You get old?"
When you die, Trey, before they take your body away, I'm gonna be breaking in the back window of your home.
Shit, I'm older than Trey, so I'm gonna die before him.
I will be in a log cabin far, far away from humanity by then, hopefully.
Well, guys, thanks, man. It's been fun tonight. I
That was
appreciate
fun.
it.
An awesome time, guys. Like I said, if anybody has any ideas or anything they would like us to talk about more or less of, let us know in the comments. We got thicker skin than those two do, and I'm working on it. So say whatever you want to.
Maybe we'll get some new faces in here soon too. That'd be good.
Never know.
That'd be a good change. That'd be a good change.
Yeah, you guys, ugly mugs, getting tired of looking at them. Need some new blood. It's only 5 episodes in too, and I'm already had enough. Four episodes. Ooh, big episode next week for number 5.
5. This is doing. We got.
You gotta start somewhere, dude.
Somewhere, boys. Anyway, y'all have fun.
All right.
All right,
See you next
man.
Tuesday.
Guys have a good night.
Yeah.